So what then happens? Let's say we just keep doing this. We keep adding to the deficit year after year and just ignore the whole thing. 75% of our budget, again, is just on autopilot, right? It's mandatory spending. It's going to keep growing. It's being driven by an aging population and rising healthcare costs. So what happens? So we've talked to it's kind of like the true end stage of a disease. I talked about the end stage disease of our budget process, but then there's an end stage disease that will happen with our economy and our ability to respond to just sort of massive amounts of debt that we are having to finance. Just like many diseases, nobody quite knows how it wraps up, which organs it attacks and destroys. But there are two scenarios that seem to be predominant. One is that eventually you overpower the Federal Reserve's ability to kind of manage the economy. And you enter into a period of fiscal dominance where our fiscal policy is driving interest rates, it's driving the economy. And ultimately, those scenarios tend to lead to hyperinflation that overpowers the Federal Reserve's ability to tamp down inflation. And that's a real problem, right? People really reacted strongly to what was it, 8% inflation, things like that. Imagine when it is 14, 15, 20%. And that's what other countries have experienced when they hit sort of this fiscal wall. And the only way out of that is extreme austerity, to really make huge cuts, to raise taxes. So it's a very unpleasant scenario. Another possibility, though, is that, we kind of tackle it, but in a halvesy, kind of, tiptoe around the issue. And then what we may face is just a long-term economic drag on the economy. Interest rates stay elevated. They might get higher than they are now. This makes it harder and harder for people to afford mortgages and homes. It makes it harder and harder for people to start businesses. It just depresses our economy for a long, long time in the future. So those are kind of two of the scenarios I think that I heard.